welcome. In the world of business, success hinging on strong relationships and reliable agreements. Understanding obligations and contracts is crucial for navigating the legal landscape and protecting your interests. This video will provide a concise overview of these essential concepts in business law. An obligation is a legal duty to perform or refrain from performing a specific act. Think of it as a binding commitment. Key elements include
active subject obligor, the person who has the duty to perform. Passive subject oblige, the person engaged to demand performance. Object or representation, the specific act to be performed or refrained from. Juridical tie, the legal bond and contract the parties.
For example, if you contract to buy a product, you have an obligation to pay the agreed price. The seller has an obligation to deliver the goods. Obligations arise from various sources.
Obligation imposed by law like paying taxes. Contracts, agreement between parties creating mutual obligation. Quasi-contract, acts that do not constitute a contract but create an obligation to prevent unjust enrichment. Acts or omission. Acts or omission punishable by law or crimes. Obligation rising from committing a crime like paying damages. Quasi-contract, obligations rising from negligent act causing damage to another.
A contract is legally binding agreement between two or more parties. Essential elements include
Good morning, everyone. Concept a meeting of the mind regarding the terms of the agreement and object the subject matter of the contract, cause the reason why the parties enter into the contract.
contracts must be clear, unambiguous, and enforceable to be valid. A poorly drafted contract can lead to disputes and costly litigation. Contracts come in various forms including bilateral versus unilateral. Both parties have obligations versus only one party has an obligation. Express versus implied. Terms are explicitly stated versus terms are inferred from the conduct. Valid, voidable, void, and enforceable. Legally binding versus capable of being annulled versus without legal effect versus cannot be enforced in court. Understanding obligations and contracts is paramount for success in the business world. By carefully considering the elements of a contract and seeking legal advice when necessary, you can build strong, reliable business relationships and minimize legal risk.